Bess, one of the better players in the area, along with the Mosby girl from Dexter. Looking forward to watching Bess. Got the name Coach Gene Bess is her grandfather. Brian, the assistant coach at Three Rivers, is her dad. And my first look at her.
Having to get the scoreboard switched around. They had Sikeston on the home side and Poplar Bluff on the visitors. They're having to switch that up, as obviously Sikeston is the visiting team here tonight. Even though they're sitting on their home bench, they are still the lower seed, so they're having to switch that up on the scoreboard up there. That's why there's a little bit of a delay to get this game going. They got to get the teams typed in there right. So the Lady Mules all are in their home white uniform. Sikeston in their away black and red uniform. They got the names up there right now, so I think we'll get ready to start here in just a second.
I don't like the way Sikeston lined up for this jump ball play. That girl out jumps them. We've got a 3-on-1 the other way.
You're right about that.
So I'm hoping Miss Hall can out jump this Bluff girl.
And she tips it back.
She tipped it to Bluff.
And Bluff
you just knew that was bad. That was just a bad alignment. And we're underway.
Poplar Bluff leads it 2-0. Scoreboard says Sikeston's up 2-0.
I was wondering, they're going to get confused, the scorekeepers, with Sikeston being on that side. They're going to be used to
Yeah.
They should have left it like it was.
Maybe
Nobody knew which side it was on.
Try to wrap around pass. It's going to go off Poplar Bluff, and it'll be Sikeston basketball to stay right with the Lady Bulldogs. And the first bucket of the game for Tadriana Barnett. And a foul on the floor. Check and see who they're going to get that against.
Foul number 15, Roz Mosby.
That's going to be against Mosby, I think is what he said, but he said 15. We got that as Johnson.
All kinds of numbers. Got problems with the Sikeston book here.
Yeah, he said 15 Mosby. That's not what we have in our book up here, but nonetheless, Poplar Bluff leads at 5-2.
Bluff plays that good man.
Sikeston was 14-12 last year on the season. Lost in the district semifinals to Notre Dame. Poplar Bluff looks to push. Now they'll kick it back out for a three. Couldn't get it to go. And another foul on the Lady Bulldogs.
Foul on Sikeston's number 11, Chelsea Moore, her first. Team foul number
Chelsea Moore with the foul. Sophomore getting the start. Poplar Bluff on the season last year, 16-11.
At least Sikeston recognizes that Bess is a factor out there, so once she touched the ball, two Bulldogs were right there on her.
Foul number 20, Tadriana Barnett, her first.
Foul on Barnett, that's her first. Corner three, up and good for Patillo.
John David's little girl.
And Coach Alicia Wills wants to take a quick timeout. We'll take it with her. Poplar Bluff leads Sikeston 8-2. Sikeston with the ball, trailing by 6. Trapped in the corner, Mosby. Good job getting out of that. 3 may have been partially blocked, going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Poplar Bluff ball and a missed shot. Two Lady Bulldogs will check in.
Sikeston picking up some full court pressure.
Look like the 2-2-1 full court press. Nice spin move, but couldn't get it to go. But the follow goes for Sievers.
It was a pretty move. Got pivoted one way, reversed back the other. Missed a shot, but Sievers there with the putback. She's got 4 early points for the Mules.
Sierra Sievers, you got to wonder if she's the daughter of maybe Coach David Sievers, Poplar Bluff football coach. 3 ball, good for Emma Johnson. She extends the lead out to 11 now, 13-2.
The 4th Mule to score.
Turnover by Sikeston gives it right back to Bluff. Winner of this game will move on to take on Jackson tomorrow night in championship semifinal action. Baseline jumper, got it, Abby Turner.
All 5 starters now have scored for Poplar Bluff.
They lead at 15-2. Chelsea Moore with the bucket and the foul. Good acrobatic move by the sophomore.
Fouls on number 12, Alexis Richardson, her first.
And she's able to complete the 3-point play is Moore. 17-5, Bluff leads it. 3 minutes gone here, first quarter action. They break the press and got a wide open layup on the back end. Corchamilia.
Good old
first
Italian
bucket.
name.
Goes
Did
out
a little bit too much. Strong to the bucket was Barnett, but lost the handle.
And Coach John David Patillo wants to get a timeout before the
Save the
10-second
possession,
violation.
yeah. Good
We'll
call.
take it with them. Bluff leads it 19-5. Get it across the timeline, coming out of the timeout. Good defense by Moore, stepping in and knocking that pass out of bounds. Chelsea Moore's come to play here early in this game. And they lost sight of Bess
There's the old Fred Thatch out of bounds
Yeah,
play.
sure
that
was.
Sikeston's running on their boys' side.
Foul Sikeston's number
Best
3,
looking
Harris Allen, her first.
for the bucket. Left-handed.
Got the first one to go.
Only a junior.
5'11" junior. Kylie Bess. Couldn't get the second.
Number 33, Emma Johnson, back in the game for the Lady Mules.
Barnett handling the ball for Sykes. I remember when she was younger, and then she turns it over right when I was going to. She was mostly a post-up rebounder. A Dennis Rodman, I used to call her. Just get the rebound and put it back in, and now she's matured into a able to put the ball on the floor even after that turnover. Her uncle was Sharon Cole, folks might know, from Richland. I coached him back in the Richland days. Sharon could play All-Stater from that Cole family. She slipped a little bit on a wet spot on the floor. She'll have to take a seat. I hope she's all right. Didn't pull a muscle or anything. I watched her slip when I was talking about her as well. Might have twisted an ankle. They'll get that checked out on the Sikeston sideline. I'm impressed with Poplar Bluff here early, Chris.
They played
very
well.
Deep, and all 5 girls can shoot.
Chelsea Moore.
And the Moore girls playing well for Sikeston with 5 of the Sikeston's first 7.
Bulldogs trail 20-7. Well, Blissett, you were talking about her. She's limping down there.
She's going to get wrapped up.
Check and see who the foul's on. It's going to be on Corchamilia. That's number 2 on her, 4th team foul against Poplar Bluff.
Good pass inside.
Yeah, dumped it inside. Couldn't finish though, but got her own rebound. Now popped it back out for the 3, and she got it to go. It's Sydney Stark, the senior for the Lady Bulldogs. Sikeston's cut at the 10. Too hard on that 3. It's going to go out of bounds, and the Bulldogs get it back.
Back in the game for the Lady Mules, number 35, Sierra Sievers, number 4, Katie Patillo, and number 2, Kylie Betts.
3 starters back in the lineup for Bluff. Trying to settle it down. Bluff last 2 possessions haven't turned out good. Allow Saxon to cut it back into a 10-point Mule lead.
Late first quarter action here.
Nice move out front.
4th game of the night. I've been impressed with the play of Chelsea Moore here in this first quarter.
Behind her back.
10-foot jumper on the baseline. Good for Patillo.
Basketball families out there.
That still leads to an easy bucket and a lead back up to 14 now, 24-10. Just over 2 minutes left here in this first quarter. Moore couldn't get that to go, but she's going to get a couple of free throws.
Not too impressed with Moore. 5'7" sophomore only. Very composed out there, not afraid to shoot the ball when she's open.
Got the first free throw. And she got the second one.
Back in the game for the Lady Bulldogs, number 15, Roz Mosby.
Good defense by the Lady Bulldogs on this possession. Bluff being very patient, and then they throw it away.
And you need rewarded when you play good defense.
That's right.
It makes you want to play even better the next time when you get a turnover like that. It did. All the action, all the Bulldogs movement around forced that turnover. Now you got to capitalize on your end. Oh, had a shot.
Little inside out. Couldn't get it to fall. Got her own rebound. It's Zarya. Couldn't get that one to go. And now the Bulldogs turn it over. Carissa Allen couldn't corral that one over on the sideline. And
freshman getting some varsity playing time.
Corner three, in and out. Probably a smart decision right there.
Get out of that corner.
And now we're going to get a tie up, and it'll stay with the Bulldogs.
You're 5'1", you pick the ball up in the corner, bad things are going to happen.
Good little back screen and a block out of bounds. It'll stay with Sikeston. They trail 24-12, 40 seconds left in this first quarter. High scoring first quarter. 36 points already between these two teams. This game's had a little more flow than our last game, wouldn't you say, partner?
Oh, yeah. Both these teams getting after it defensively. Not many fouls. That last game was full of fouls. Good pass.
Wide open shot. Couldn't get it to go, but
luckily
Sievers will get the follow.
Right, you can't blow those two wide open layups like that. Luckily, nobody there to block her out.
Three, up and good for Stark. Her first bucket of the game for Sydney Stark. And a long three off to mark. So that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Poplar Bluff leads Sikeston 26-15. Chris Hotchkiss, Jeff Limbaugh as we get set for second quarter action here. Mules will have the ball and an 11-point lead. Best couldn't get it to go. And a reach-in foul.
Good weak side rebound for the Bulldogs.
It was. Stark got in there, was able to secure that rebound.
How about her off the bench with 6 points, Chris? Couple of threes. Got a big rebound there after the good defensive play by Hall. You got a rebound, and Stark was there. She's got the ball in her hands.
Chelsea Moore, the leading scorer in this game for the Bulldogs, starting the second quarter, getting a little rest. And a double dribble call. I didn't see that.
Yeah, she did.
Stay right here with Poplar Bluff. Good defense by the Lady Bulldogs. And Chelsea Moore checked back in. She got a little breather to start this second quarter. Best in the low post.
Oh, pretty.
Nice up and under move.
Definitely up and under.
A runner off the mark. And here come the Lady Mules. They want to get out and run on the fast break.
Number 33, Emma Johnson.
Emma Johnson scores her
7th point.
7th point.
I like the way Poplar Bluff shares the ball. The guy was out in front of him.
Good job by Zaria getting out an offensive rebound and using the glass.
Her first bucket of the game. Going to need more of that for Sikeston.
And she created that steal. Throws it ahead for Chelsea Moore. Probably ill-advised.
Yeah.
It was
Going to be tough for even a quick girl like Moore to get that one.
Yeah, two Lady Mules down there, and Moore didn't have a shot really at that. Poplar Bluff with the 13-point lead and the basketball here. A couple minutes gone in this second quarter. Game number 4 on the night. Best forced a shot up, couldn't get it to go. See what Stark wants to do. She'll wait for the rest of her teammates. Ten-footer off the mark. Zaria follow wouldn't go. Now we're going to get a foul and a couple of free throws coming up.
Zaria did a good job of clearing some space for the shot. Got the shot she wanted, just wouldn't fall.
Sierra Sievers, her first. To the line for Sikeston, number 33, Karis Allen.
Allen, the 5'9 freshman, got the first free throw to go. Allen's got 7 points in the game, is that right?
No, that's her first point. That's free throws.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw a 3 and a 3
Run out
there.
of room, yeah.
Never mind. First point of the game for the freshman. Couldn't get the second one to go, but Moore there with the follow. Chelsea Moore with the rebound on the missed free throw and put it back up and in. Sikeston's cut it down to 10, 30-20. I thought Bess was going to take that. She looked like she was eyeing it up, but couldn't get it to go. Did a good job of seeing that pass, and she's going to be fouled out front.
Foul number 15, Roz Mosby, her second.
Rosalind Mosby picks up her second foul. Corner 3 by Patillo off the mark. And get a foul on a rebound. I think it's going to go against Sikeston.
Moore over the back. Good position inside by the much taller Turner girl for Poplar Bluff. And Moore reached over, picked up her second.
And they're going to get Best on the travel. Poplar Bluff fans wanted a foul. Sikeston fans wanted a walk, and made one half the gym happy and the other half the gym not happy. That's most calls, isn't it, partner?
Right.
And the Bulldogs will give it right back.
Back in for the Lady Bulldogs, number 25, Sydney Stark.
Coach Willis urging on her defense. That's a nice defensive effort.
Sure
Forced
was.
Bess into a bad shot.
And the Bulldogs are going to get it as it.
Sykes has played some good defense,
sure
even
have.
though they 30 points for Poplar Bluff, but Sykes, I think, played some decent defense.
I would totally agree with you, partner. Moore's got it out on the wing. Step back 15-footer off the front iron. But the Bulldogs will get another chance. Barnett cut off, kicks it back out to start. Her third three of the ball game.
Red hot, keeping Sikeston within striking distance is Stark.
Bulldogs got it down to 7 now. 30-23 inside 4 minutes. And they get the turnover. Moore looks to push it. Dumps it off right side, in and out. That ball was halfway down and came back out.
Rattled in and out. Would have been a big bucket.
Yeah, the Sikeston crowd wanted to erupt after that. And a miss on the other end, offensive chance. And a good job by Zaria Blissett Hall getting that rebound. And
Hannah Bass, I believe, with the foul.
yeah, and that's going to be the 8th team foul against Poplar Bluff. So Zaria is going to have a
I like the effort by the Bulldogs. They play hard, especially on this defensive end down here. Had a couple bad breaks on the offensive end, but I'm sure Coach Wills is happy with the defensive effort, at least so far here tonight. Nothing to do with the game, but I wanted to say I like both these teams with the same shoes on. Same shoes. You don't see that much anymore in high school. Everybody wants to be individual.
You sure
and,
don't. I didn't even realize that.
Poplar Bluff with the all white. Everybody's got the same shoe, and Sikeston in the good-looking white or red shoe.
It's a good point.
Nothing to do with the game, but, you know, I look at stuff like that.
Couldn't get the first one to go down. And that's going to be Sikeston ball on the turnover. Good defense there by Sydney Stark.
Sikeston get closer as they've been in a long time with a bucket here. She just dribbled to her spot, didn't she, Chris?
Yeah.
She knew where she wanted to go.
Tadriana Barnett.
Got there for her second bucket.
She's wearing number 20. She's number 10 in the program, but out there wearing number 20, and she thought she had a steal, but they're going to get her for the reach in, I believe.
You can't just shove somebody down.
Foul in Sikeston's number 20, Tadriana Barnett, her second.
Sikeston girls are handing the ball to the refs. Where have we seen that at?
See it at Sikeston quite a bit. And a good hustle down there by both the ladies. It'll stay right here by Poplar Bluff on the alternating possession.
Good substitution here to get Bess, very offensive-minded, into the lineup for this out-of-bounds play for Poplar Bluff. They'll stack it up.
Three ball up and good by Patillo.
Her second three looks good. Coach's daughter.
Coach Wills wanted to travel down.
I think, yeah, travel before that.
Before
for
that.
Sure.
Stark answers with the three on the other end.
Answers the three by Patillo. 12 already for Sydney Stark, the 5'10 senior for the Bulldogs.
33-28, and a foul as Bess was pushing the action. Let's see who they'll get that on.
Number 10,
Barnett after the miss, pushing it, dumps it off to Moore, and another foul, as now the fouls are starting to pile up on both sides.
Foul number 20, Hannah Corchamilia.
Corchamilia with the foul. That's number 3 on her. She's going to have to go to the bench for the rest of this first half. Chelsea Moore has a chance to cut this lead down even more.
At the line, number 11, Chelsea Moore.
Couldn't connect on the front end of the 1-and-1. Good job by Bess to secure that rebound.
Been nice to hit that.
Yeah, I was going to say, those front end of the 1-and-1, those will come back to bite you in a tight game sometimes. 8-foot jumper off the mark, saved out of bounds.
I think we got a break there. Bluff trying to save it. I thought we blocked it. Would have been Bluff's ball, but the Bluff girl tried to save it instead.
Pearson dumps it off to Stark. Nice crossover by Chelsea. Couldn't get it to go, though. I think it was partially blocked.
Right.
They're going to say it went out of bounds off a Bulldog.
Pretty move once again. Continue to be impressed by 5'7" sophomore Moore.
Corner 3, too long. Good position and a rebound. And now a foul. Another 1-and-1 situation here for the Lady Bulldogs. They've missed the front end of the last 2. See if they can get this one to go down.
If they do, it'll be closest they've been all game.
First free throw off the mark. So that's 3 straight 1-and-1s. Sikeston's missed the front end. Best with a wild shot, couldn't get it, and a foul on the rebound.
Foul on Sikeston's number 33, Karis Allen, her second. To the line for Lady Mills, number 35, Sierra Sievers.
Sievers going to go to the line for 2 free throws.
Got 7 in the game. 6-foot sophomore Sierra Sievers.
Made 1 out of 2. Get that second one to fall. 6-point lead for Poplar Bluff here, 34-28. $1:12 left in this first half. Moore open for 3, got it to go. Sikeston's been hot from 3 in this first half.
Patilla came over to double team, left Moore open for the look.
Sikeston cut it to 3 now, 34-31. Need a big stop here to the Lady Bulldogs. And another foul as they could not secure the rebound. For the second straight trip, Sierra Sievers is going to go to the line after getting fouled after a offensive board.
Number 35, Sierra Sievers at the line.
She was 1 of 2 from the line on the last trip. Got the first one. She'll get a second. Blissett Hall checks back in for the Lady Bulldogs.
Barnett will have to take a seat with 3 fouls.
Ooh, I did not realize she had 3. Good call there, partner. And 1 of 2 this time. 30 seconds left in the first half. Sikeston trying to cut into this lead a little more. Get it to Moore in the low block. So he gets it back out to Stark. Down to 10 seconds. Back out to Stark. And we're going to get a travel. 3.8 seconds left. Sikeston looked a little out of sync there offensively. Not sure what they wanted to do. I'd come up, put a little pressure on the ball. Long range three off the mark. And that will bring us to the end of the first half. Poplar Bluff leads Sikeston 35-31. We'll step aside for this break. You're watching the first round of the 2018 SEMO Conference Girls Tournament on SPS TV.
Jeff Limbaugh, Chris Hodges, got a good one here wrapping up tonight's first round action of the SEMO Conference Tournament. Poplar Bluff leads at the half, 35-31. Over to Sikeston Bulldogs. Let's look at the scoring for Sikeston. Chelsea Moore and Sydney Stark both led Sikeston with scoring with 12 points each. 4 points for Tadriana Barnett, 2 points for Blissett Hall, and 1 point for Karis Allen for the Bulldog total of 31 first half points, as Sikeston was 4 for 8 from the free throw line. For Poplar Bluff, pretty balanced scoring. Sievers led the way with 8, along with Patillo with 8. 6 for Kylie Best. 7 for Emma Johnson, and 2 points each for Cornelia Bass and Turner for the Mule total of 35, as Poplar Bluff was only 3 for 8 from the free throw line in the first half.
It'll be Lady Bulldog basketball to start this second half, and they'll say that Chelsea Moore turned it over. That was right in front of me. I'm not sure about that, but
Sikeston turned this game into a ball game, Chris. 16-9, Bulldogs outscored Poplar Bluff in that second quarter.
yeah, they were down double digits early in that second quarter, but as you said, put together a good second quarter. Good job by Moore forcing the tie up, but it'll stay with Poplar Bluff. They have the 4-point lead and the ball.
Sikeston just played that one game against Saxony.
Right. Can't remember the score of that game, but they did lose that game, did the Lady Bulldogs, to Saxony. It was on the road up at the Lady Crusaders' place.
About Stark getting a start here in this second half.
She was hot from 3 in that first half. She knocked down 4 of them, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, 4 threes.
One minute gone here.
Get you a good look.
Good block by Bess on the other end. And Patillo wants to get out and run. Pushes it ahead to Bess. Nice move for the bucket. Kylie Bess, the all-conference player.
I thought maybe last year, did she have like 50 points in a game maybe? Some outrageous total for a girl.
I think you might be right. Coach Wills wants to take a timeout. We'll take it with him. 6:30 left, third quarter action. Poplar Bluff 37, Sikeston 31. Bulldog basketball down here in the corner. Stay right here.
That's a tough place to inbound it.
It is.
Sikeston will get a little better opportunity to get it inbounds from this spot.
Stark lines up a 3, little long. Best a drive and got it to go with a little contact.
She's starting to get offensive-minded, isn't she?
And I was looking down at my book, so I did not see what happened. Somebody went down. Looked like they're looking at an ankle maybe for the Lady Mules. Hopefully she's okay.
That's Sievers, the good-looking sophomore.
That'd be my guess. Can't tell on the far end of the court. Can't see a number. I see your dad over there in the stands, if that is her. That is. She waves off the trainer. She says, I'm okay. I just need to walk it off a little bit.
Is that her dad walking over there?
No.
Oh.
Not if that's David Seaver's daughter. Maybe that's the
Trainer?
Poplar Bluff trainer. I'm not sure. Moore just inside the three-point line. Not a very good shot right there. Good decision by Emma Johnson to throw it off a Lady Bulldog. Saved herself. She was trapped over on the sideline. Bluff leads at 39-31.
Yeah, slow start for Sikeston.
Yeah.
Can't let them get that big lead like we had to play from behind the whole entire first half.
Used a lot of energy, did the Lady Bulldogs, in that second quarter. Good defense there by Moore, deflecting that out of bounds. Fourth game of the night here. Corner three, off the mark. And Moore wants to get out and run. Got a little unlucky as it went off a Poplar Bluff player's foot. Moore couldn't get it. The follow wouldn't go, but a couple of free throws coming up for
Tough break for
the
Sikeston.
freshman.
Two good looks.
Yeah.
Couldn't get nothing to fall, but the freshman was there for the offensive rebound to the free throw line where she's 1 for 2 on the game.
Chelsea Moore was a little frustrated with herself there for not putting that ball in the bucket. First free throw off the mark.
Sikeston now 4 for 9 from the free throw line.
Allen to get a second free throw. 5 minutes exactly left in this third quarter. Sikeston trails 39-31. Allen could not hit either free throw. 4 of 10 now. And we're going to get an over-the-back foul now on the other end by Allen.
That's her third. Easy, just over positioned by the Poplar Bluff player, and you come over the back, and they're going to call that a foul. She'll have to take a seat.
Bulldogs number 22, Amaria Wilson. Also in the game, number 14, TK Freeman.
Nice little inbound play to Abby Turner. Lead by Bluff up to 10 as Sikeston's yet to score in this third quarter, almost halfway in this third quarter. Bulldogs have been held scoreless.
Sikeston looks ragged offensively.
And
Needed that bucket.
yeah, Zaria Blissett Hall got the bank shot to go. And that momentarily stopped the bleeding a little bit here. Cuts the lead down to 8. Sikeston didn't block out on the other end. Got the missed basket, but then let them put the offensive rebound in. Coach Patillo will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:04 left third quarter action. Bluff leads it 43-33. Lady Bulldog basketball coming out of that timeout.
Need a bucket here. The lead's back to 10.
We're going to get a foul on Hannah Bass, a junior. Cortamilia will check out, and Emma Johnson to check in.
Dyson can't get much going offensively. Just kind of pushed on the perimeter by the Poplar Bluff pressure.
Stark open for three. Couldn't get that to go. Turnaround jumper off the mark by Blissett Hall, and now Bluff throws it away. Yeah, you're right. Stark knocked down 4 threes in that first half. She was red hot, but she's missed her first 2 chances here in this third quarter.
Back in the game for the Lady Bulldogs, number 20, Tadriana Barnett.
Need Chelsea to get going for Sikeston. Hadn't scored here in the quarter.
Little runner on the baseline. Good for Tadriana Barnett.
She likes to go right.
And a step out of bounds on the baseline on the other end. Gives it right back to the Lady Bulldogs.
Take advantage of this if you're Sikeston.
3 minutes to go here, third quarter action. So far, the Seeds have held true in every game up to today. And a tie-up situation. It'll stay with the Lady Bulldogs. Get it down low. Barnett couldn't get it. Got the rebound. And is going to get rewarded with 2 free throws.
Foul number 2, Kylie Bess. Her first. Going to the line for the Lady Bulldogs, number 20, Tadriana Barnett.
Dyson got to hit their free throws, partner.
Couldn't get the first one. 4 of 11 now for the Bulldogs from the line.
Leaving a lot of points here.
And missed the second. And they're going to get a foul on Blissett Hall.
Got tangled up with
I think
Patello.
their feet just got tangled up. But
Lady Bulldogs, number 24, Zaria Blissett Hall. That's her first foul. Back in for the Lady Mules, number 35, Sierra Severs.
Severs checked back in after going out with a
Lady Bulldogs,
ankle injury earlier.
Chris Allen.
Allen checks back in for the Lady Bulldogs. Bluff with the 8-point lead and the basketball. 2:30 left in this third quarter. It's been a good one between Poplar Bluff and Sikeston. Poplar Bluff, the 3 seed. Sikeston, the 6 seed. And another foul and some more free throws coming up.
Sydney Stark, I believe,
Number 25, Sydney Stark. That's
with the foul.
going to the line for the Lady Mules.
Not much offense. It kind of slowed down with the fouls and the turnovers again.
Yeah.
No flow offensively for either squad.
Two free throws. Get it back up to 10 now, 45-35.
Severs now with 10.
Just over 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Lady Bulldogs have only scored 4 points in this third quarter. They missed that shot, and another foul over the back.
That's going to be the 4th foul on the freshman, Karis Allen.
Number 33, Karis Allen, her third.
Inside 2 minutes here. Nice dump down low for Abby Turner.
6 1/4, 8 in the game for Turner. That was too easy. Sealed inside. Nobody saw her.
Turner's outscored Sikeston herself here in his third quarter as the Bulldogs offense, which put up 31 points in that first half, have only scored 4 in this third quarter. Good anticipation there by Chelsea Moore. Couldn't get that to go. Count the bucket and the foul for Barnett.
Moore stepped in and got the steal right when we needed it after the seems to be a lid on the bucket for the Bulldogs. Had a good look, missed it, but Barnett, as she's always around the ball with the putback, need to complete this free throw.
And she does make the free throw. Cuts it back down to single digits now. Bulldogs trail by 9. 3 off the mark. But another offensive rebound in the putback.
Right, Sikeston can't block out. They got to keep them off the boards. Too many second and third opportunities in this third quarter.
Contact down there, but no call. Coach Will's not happy with that.
Yeah, I can see why.
I could hear her from up here. She said, did she just fall? Best dumps it down low. Severs, basket good. This lead's ballooned up to 13 now inside 30 seconds.
Fouls on number 25, Abby Turner. Her second.
And she steps over the line.
Tough there.
Yeah, that's a bad turnover. And late in the quarter like this, it's going to give Bluff another possession. Best going to hold for the last shot, drives in, got the bucket, and time will expire. It was all Bluff in this third quarter. They lead it 53-38. We'll step aside for a quick break and come back with fourth quarter action. You're watching first round action of the SEMO Conference Girls Tournament on SPS TV. Chris Hotchkiss, Jeff Limbaugh back here. Fourth quarter action, last quarter of the first round so far. The top seeds have all held true. And a strong third quarter by Poplar Bluff has them in a good position
Outscored Sikeston 18-7. So the Bulldogs got to pick it up on the defensive end. Not as much quickness, not as good defense as we saw in the first half by Sikeston. And they're going to have to make a better effort and take advantage of the opportunities given to them here in this fourth quarter to get back in it.
Foul out front on Bess, being a little aggressive out top. That'll be number 2 on her. 16 foul against Poplar Bluff. Stark, 15-footer, got it.
Tough shot. She made it look easy, didn't she? Her first bucket here in the second half. 14 in the game for Sydney Stark.
Bess a line up a 3. Couldn't get it to go. Followed by Severs, not there. Turner couldn't get it. Severs again, not there. And finally.
Yeah, finally, just too many opportunities. They're just playing volleyball catch with it.
Nice block from behind by Bess.
Back in the game for Lady Mules, number 4, Katie.
Coach Wills talking to her team right now about blocking out down low on the defensive side of the ball. Moore looks to trigger it in. Gets it into
she
Barnett.
Was there, cutting back door.
And Moore with the tough jumper.
That's what you need. Her first bucket here in the second half, Chris. A good-looking 18-foot jumper.
She was quiet in that third quarter, was Moore.
Got 14 in the game now.
13-point lead for Bluff. And a steal by the Lady Bulldogs. And they'll get Stark on the double dribble. Again, not sure about that one, but I thought Bess knocked it away from her. And Stark got it back, but nonetheless, turnover, gives it back to Poplar Bluff. Glad you're here with us. If you couldn't make it out here tonight, we'll bring you each and every game. Animal Health Center and Allen Wire, a couple of our sponsors that make this happen.
Once again, another second shot opportunity that Poplar Bluff capitalized on.
Coach Wills will take a timeout. We'll take it with her. Poplar Bluff leads Sikeston 57-42. .603 left in the game. And we get a foul coming out of the timeout. That's going to be number 7 on Poplar Bluff.
Yeah, so free throws arrested away for Sikeston, but Sikeston only 5 for 13 from the free throw line, so I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Always good to, when you're down, to get a chance to score some points with the clock stop, but yeah, as you said, you got to hit those free throws, and Moore hits the first one. First time tonight that the Lady Bulldogs have hit the front end of the 1-and-1. got the second one. Bluff leads it 57-44. Foul on a reach in by the Lady Bulldogs as Bess went down hard to the floor.
That's her first foul.
First foul on Witt. Good pass by Bess into Turner. She couldn't finish, but she'll get 2 free throws coming to her.
Number 24 with a foul, Zaria Blissett Hall. That's her second foul. Number 25 to the line, shooting for the Lady Mules.
12 points in the game for Turner at the line, her first free throws of the night.
Right on home that first free throw. She'll get a second one.
TK Freeman back in the game for the Lady Bulldogs.
And she got the second.
That shooter's touch, it just died on that back rim.
Sure
but fell
did, didn't
through.
it? Lost it, did Witt, but a nice save. And the Bulldogs get it back. Trapped on the baseline, gets it out. Stark gets it over to Moore. Moore's had a quiet second half, but the Bulldogs need her to get back in this. Well, both girls diving on the floor. And Coach Wills, did they give her a timeout?
Yeah, they did.
They did give her a timeout. Had to give us a chance to take one. Bluff leads at 59-44. Just over 5 minutes left. Sikeston trying to get back into this game.
Bad turnover there.
And Moore is going to pick up a foul on a reach in as Bess got the steal. And that's going to be the third foul on Chelsea Moore.
Going to the line, number 2, Kylie Betts.
1 for 3 Bess from the free throw line, but normally she's a good free throw shooter.
Missed the first one, but they got another offensive rebound.
How
I'll tell
many
you
of
what,
them?
Yeah, I don't know how many they've had, but
It's more than double digits.
yeah, it's been double digits in this second half.
Number 25 with the foul, Abby Turner, her third.
Turn into a foul fest here.
Yeah, we'll come shoot free throws on this end.
Number 14, TK Freeman.
rattles the first one home.
We need an updated Sikeston roster.
I heard them
happen.
from the stand saying TK. We've got a TK Freeman in the program, number 21, but she's out there wearing 14, so I'm going to assume that's who that is. She made both of them. And they lost Turner right down the middle.
Yeah. How do you do that? Turner's been the plus. She had 2 points in the first half, Chris. She's come out in this second half. She's got 14 points in the second half alone. All around that paint area.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 4.5 left. Sikeston trails by 15, 61-46. And a reach-in foul on Sievers. That's an easy call.
Yeah.
Right in front of the official.
There's no arguing that. You reached in, knocked her down.
Sievers wasn't happy with the call, but
Coach Wills substituting offense and defense. Almost any opportunity she gets.
missed it. Another 1-and-1 situation. Bulldogs will be shooting 2 from here on out, though. Turner again down low, couldn't finish with the left. Sievers with the putback.
Another offensive rebound and a foul.
Number 14, TK Freeman with the foul. 35, Sierra Sievers going to the line.
$16 for Sievers. 16 for Turner for Poplar Bluff. 12 for Bass, who came in averaging over 20 a game.
Couldn't complete the three-point play. And coast to coast by Tadriana Barnett after the rebound. And now Bluff will throw it away and Sikeston to get it back. Down 13, 61-48. Lady Bulldogs trying to make a comeback here and get the upset.
Back in for the Lady Bulldogs, number 24, Zaria Blissett Hall.
Get Zaria Blissett Hall back in for offense. That's kind of the offense-defense that you were talking about earlier. Moore tried to force a pass down low to Stark. Best missed it. And Moore with the board. Ball on the floor. And we're going to get a foul against Bluff as she came sliding in.
Good ball move by Sikeston, kind of side to side what you got to do.
That's number 3 on Kylie Bess.
At the line for the Lady Bulldogs, number 22, Amaria Blissett.
Blissett got the first one. Numbers are all wrong. Numbers and names are all wrong. It's Amaria Blissett shooting out there. She could not connect on the second one, though. 63-49, Bluff leads it. And a turnover. Barnett lays it up and in. Coach Wills wanting to press. 2-2-1, full court press, Sikeston.
Good
They
deflection.
get the deflection.
Grab it.
Blissett Hall finally corrals it. Here comes Chelsea Moore. She wants to push the pace. Back out to Stark, trying to dump it inside. Couldn't get it. Could Barnett. Follow wouldn't go. Fights for it. And another foul. Are they going to get Bess on the reach in? If so, that'll be 4 on her. Let's see. It is going to be on Bess, and that's going to be her 4th.
That's the Tadriana Barnett I remember. The rebounding machine. Missed it inside, get her own rebound. Missed it twice inside. Finally picked up the foul. Now they got to shoot some free throws.
Couldn't get the first one. She'll get a second. Turner checks back in for the Lady Mules. Missed them both. Trying to get back in a game like this, those free throws may come back to haunt the Lady Bulldogs. And a turnover as Turner couldn't get her feet set.
Got to attack the bucket.
Moore pulls up for three, couldn't get it. Barnett with the rebound and the putback. Cuts it down to 10 to the Lady Bulldogs, 63-53. Best couldn't get it to go, got her own rebound, fell down, and is going to get called for the travel. The Mule fans wanted a foul as Best was driving in, didn't get the call. Two minutes to go. Sikeston trying to come back. Get it inside to Barnett. She's got it ripped away. I couldn't tell what the call was.
Jump ball.
Jump ball.
Stayed with Sikeston. Just threw it up for grabs, and Barnett lucky to get it.
Moore gets it into Barnett. Couldn't get it to go. Moore with the rebound. Stark thought about a three.
Crowd wanted her to take a three. Oh,
trying to get
pass.
it inside. Good defense by Turner to deny that entry pass.
Yeah, tough entry pass right there
and
for sure.
Coach Patillo wants to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Bluff with the ball in the 10-point lead. $1:40 left in the game.
Pick up the pressure, don't we? Bluff called a timeout. They're going to spread the floor in the bonus situation. You're going to have to make some gambles down by 10.
Bluff just playing pitch and catch out front. They'll be content. And they get a turnover as Bess tried to get fancy between her legs and turned it over. Barnett with the bucket. Got it down to 8, 63-55, but we're inside a minute. Bulldogs going to have to foul at some point in time. Just who do you want to foul? And a steal by Zaria Blissett Hall. Pushes it ahead to Barnett. Little runner couldn't go. And we're going to get a foul against Bluff. It's going to be an over the back, I believe.
And a good call against Severs. You knew Barnett was taking it to the hole, didn't you?
Number 35, Sierra Seaver.
2 free throws coming up here
It's her third.
for Blissett.
Amari Blissett at the line.
Amari Blissett with 2 free throws coming up. Down 8, 41 seconds. 7-point deficit with that make. She got a chance to get it to 6. Could be a 2-possession game if she can get this free throw to go, and she does. And a steal on the other end. Trying to get it inside. And the bucket for Barnett. Sikeston continuing to press, 63-59. Bess breaks the pressure, and she's going to be fouled now by Blissett Hall.
Maybe a good foul. A little touch foul out high, though. Blissett Hall's the only Bulldogs not in any serious problem. Foul problem, that is.
Only the 19th foul against Sikeston, so still a 1-and-1 situation here for Bess, but you got to
Bess at
think.
the line, 1 for 4 is the junior.
I was just getting
From
ready to
the
say,
line.
you got to think John David Patillo probably wants Bess there, one of his best players on the team, but I didn't realize she was 1 for 4.
She's done a real good job on her today.
And she missed the first free throw, and it'll be Bulldog basketball after Severs knocked it out of bounds. And Coach Patillo wants a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it right here.
You got to go to the bucket hard, Chris. Still a 2-possession game. Take it and make them foul you. What a valiant effort. This Bulldog, I mean, they had a bad third quarter.
Sure
Dug
did.
themselves this hole, but when they picked up the pressure, it seems to be giving Poplar Bluff some fits, and they battled hard. It hadn't looked pretty, but they're definitely within striking distance here, and who would have thought that with about 5 minutes left in this fourth quarter? It looked like it was going to be all Bluff, but a good effort by the Sikeston squad. They've cut it down to 4 with the ball.
Both teams are in the double bonus. The next foul by the Bulldogs, and it'll be 2 shots for Poplar Bluff. Sikeston has 1 timeout left at their disposal.
Adriana Barnett, she got 10 points in this quarter, and it's just putting the ball on the floor and taking it to the hole on a right-handed layup. Got to expect her to do something like that here again.
Poplar Bluff also with 1 timeout. Bulldogs trail by 4, 63-59.
Bluff's going to drop back in half court. I thought they might come out and put a little press or something to try to take some time off the clock.
I thought the same thing possibly, but we're going to drop back.
Got to go quickly, whatever you got. And there he is, going to the hole.
Barnett cut off. She'll bring it back out, get it over to Stark. She'll drive in. Thought about a 3, had it knocked away. And Sikeston's going to come up just a little bit short here, as they never got a shot off in that last 15 or so seconds. But a valiant effort here by the Lady Bulldogs. They lose a close one, 63-59. They were down about 10 points with 3 minutes left. Made a valiant effort to come back, as Jeff talked about. It was that third quarter. Sikeston had one heck of a second quarter to get back into this game. Had a little lull in the third quarter, but made a great effort in that fourth quarter to almost pull the upset. So the Bulldogs will lose it here. Poplar Bluff will move on to semifinal action. So let's talk about what we have on tap for tomorrow night. So in the first game, it was Dexter taking out Kennett, and then Saxony Lutheran took out Notre Dame. So that sets up the first game tomorrow night. It's consolation semifinals. At 4 o'clock, it will be Kennett taking on Notre Dame. And then the first championship semifinal action will be at 7 o'clock tomorrow night as Dexter takes on Saxony. Jackson took out Cape, and then Poplar Bluff took out the Lady Bulldogs. So Cape Central and Sikeston will both drop back in the consolation side of things. They will play the second game tomorrow night at 5:30, while Jackson and Bluff will duel it out in the second championship semifinal game scheduled for the nightcap at 8:30. Here's Jeff with your final stats.
Sikeston comes up short, Chris, 63-59. Tadriana Barnett led the way with 19 points, 15 of them 19 coming in the second half, 16 points for Chelsea Moore, and 14 for Sydney Stark are the three Bulldogs in double digits. 4 for Zaire Blissett, 3 for Witt, 2 for Luttrell, and 1 point for Karis Allen for the Bulldog total of 59. Sikeston 12 for 24 from the free throw line. So you look back at all the one-on-ones missed and free throws, and that might have been the difference here tonight. For Poplar Bluff, they as well had 3 players in double digits. Sierra Sievers was 16 and Abby Turner was 16, led the way. 12 for Kylie Bess, 8 for Katie Patello, 2 points each for Cornelia and Bass for the mule total of 53. 7 for 15 was Poplar Bluff from the free throw line. So a big third quarter, 18-7. Poplar Bluff outscored Sikeston. Bulldogs outscored Bluff in that fourth quarter in that comeback, 21-10, but it wasn't enough as they lose at 63-59. Out-rebounded definitely on the offensive boards. Maybe 3 times as many offensive rebounds for Poplar Bluff, and another factor. But Coach Wills' valiant effort. Her team played hard and stayed after it, and Coach Patello lives to play another day, and his team's pretty good, shoot the better. I don't think they played their best game here tonight, but still a couple more nights left in the tournament.
So that'll wrap up night number 1. We hope you enjoyed watching as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Until tomorrow night at the Fieldhouse, go Dogs.